Hello and welcome. My name is Michael Mergens. I'm the owner of The Armorer Store, an online store that is dedicated to the care and feeding of all things fencing. I've been in fencing for about 34 years, as a competitor, as a coach, as a referee, and now as an armorer at national and international events. You probably recognize me because of my signature hat, which I wear because, being vertically challenged, it makes it easier to see me across the room. This series of videos is meant to cover the care and feeding of all equipment that is normally found in fencing today. The things that we'll be covering are how things work, inspection, maintenance, and repair of each of these items. We'll be covering body cords, foil equipment, epee, saber equipment, and clothing. Additionally, we'll be doing a video on how to troubleshoot on strip and how to conduct inspections at control for each event. A little bit more about myself. I'm a retired Army officer, 31 years of service of active, guard, and reserve time. During my guard and reserve time, I worked as a mechanical engineer and a systems engineer for a NASA supporting company as well as the Air Force. I've worked on items such as the Space Shuttle and the International Space Station, and in my time with the Air Force worked on many different Air Force programs. As I said before, the Armorer Store is dedicated to the care and feeding of all things fencing, which also happens to be the name of our premier product, The Care and Feeding of All Things Fencing, which is available either hard copy or online at thearmorerstore.com. This book was written as a result of my brother-in-law coming back from a tournament and having all of his weapons fail and being very frustrated at not knowing how to maintain them. He asked me to write down something that he could use at an event, and an hour and a half later, in 12 pages, I came up with a simple and basic outline of how to maintain and repair epees. Subsequently, that has morphed into this 200-page book that covers everything from the tip of the weapon all the way back to the scoring machine and the piece. As far as I know, this is the only book in the world that covers all those particular items. Many of the techniques that you will see demonstrated during this video are contained within this book. The techniques that you will be seeing are techniques that I have developed over my many years of maintaining my own equipment and working as a club armorer. This is not meant to be the only way that these things can be maintained or repaired. After a while, you will develop your own techniques, and I encourage you to explore and experiment with ways to do this. The inspection and maintenance of equipment is paramount in fulfilling your number one responsibility as an armorer, and that is safety. Many of the techniques that you will see during this series of videos are targeted specifically at that responsibility. Some of these inspections may seem trivial to you, but they are essential, and they should be conducted at every event. You don't want to be the armorer of record in an event where someone is seriously injured or even possibly killed as a result of an inspection that was not conducted, that is normal to any of these events. The second reason for inspection and maintenance of equipment is to ensure that the fencers all are fencing on a level playing field. And we don't mean just the fact that the strips are on the same floor. We're talking about the fact that each piece of equipment conforms to the regulations and specifications as pointed out by the FIE and USA Fencing. This series of videos will be available online via YouTube. I encourage you to go to my website, thearmorerstore.com, where you'll find many of the items that I'm demonstrating or I will be using during the course of these videos. Also, there are items there that are used for training, such as fencing dummies and practice arms. Thank you, and enjoy these series of videos.